At the heart of Italy lies the city of Rome, where ancient ruins mingle with bustling cafes, offering a captivating blend of history and modern life. We'll be spending the next few days exploring as much of the Eternal City as we possibly can. Join us on day 1 as we toss coins at the Trevi fountain, explore the awe-inspiring Colosseum, and pedal through the city's historic streets on an electric bike tour. So we just got off the train in Rome. It was unexpectedly early. We weren't expecting to get in until around 7. So we were already off the train and walking to the station, and it's only 6:15. We went right from there to go to a storage locker place to store our bags until we can check in at noon. And now we've actually just hopped on the metro, and it was only 2 stops, and we are currently walking towards the Trevi fountain. I'm hoping, because it's still only 7:30 in the morning, that it might still be pretty empty. A popular tradition here at the Trevi fountain is to throw a coin over your shoulder. However, it's got to be your right hand throwing the coin over your left shoulder. Throwing 1 coin means you'll come back to Rome. 2, you'll come back and have a new romance. And 3, you'll come back, have a new romance, and get married. So the Trevi fountain was built in the 18th century, and I just think the craziest thing about it is that they pull 3,000 euros out of the fountain every single day, and they actually donate it all to charity. And from today's haul, they'll have 1 penny for me. So the Pantheon is only a 3-minute walk from the Trevi fountain, so we're heading there next. It doesn't open until 9, but we can at least take a look at it from the outside and potentially then go to a little coffee shop or something for a hit of caffeine. So I've got a cappuccino in here with oat milk, and it came in 2 little brownie pieces. So surprise, surprise, I decided to go with the pancakes and fruit. It also comes with maple syrup and chocolate sauce. And Dave went with an omelet that has cheese, mushrooms, and bacon. So the Piazza Navona contains the St. Agnes Church, as well as 3 fountains. The main one being the Fountain de Fiumi. So the bottom of the fountain has 4 points, and each of these represents a major river in 4 continents. They represent the continents Africa, Asia, Europe, and the Americas. We walked past the Trevi fountain on our way back to the metro, and it had been fully drained of water. There were a number of workers sweeping all the coins up, and we later learned that they do this every week. We just purchased a 24-hour pass for each of us, and it was 7 euros. So because we got in so early this morning and we weren't going to be able to check in until 11 a.m. to noon, we decided to store our luggage at a place just like a 2-minute walk from Roma Termini station. It was a bit pricey. I think it cost around 14 euros for 4 hours of storage, but it was definitely worth it because we were able to go see the Trevi fountain and walk around and get some breakfast, and we didn't have to carry around our big bags with us. Now we're heading back to the central station to hop back on the metro to get to our hotel. Our hotel was right near the Basilica San Paolo station, and once we dropped off our bags, we took the metro 4 stops to the Colosseum.
We just walked right out of the train station, and it's actually just right here. So I guess it just really makes sense that this stop is called Colosseum. We're currently doing the Rick Steves audio guide. So we're just walking around the whole outside right now, and we're just learning some really interesting things from it. While there's only one entrance now for tourists, back in the day they had over 80 entrances that they could use. Each spectator was given a ticket that was marked on a broken piece of pottery and had their entrance number and seat number. You've got the Roman numerals above all the entrances. Their system was so efficient that 50,000 spectators could enter and leave in 15 minutes or less. Bought our full access tickets with arena tour through the official Colosseum website at Co-op Culture. It was not an easy feat. Typically, it's recommended to try and get your tickets when they're released 30 days before the date that you plan to go. But I kind of forgot. So last week, we were just constantly refreshing the website throughout the day for a couple of days in a row until finally we snagged 2 tickets. Of course, our ticket time is at 1:25 p.m., so it's peak heat. I think it's currently 27 degrees Celsius outside, and we're just making our way over to the entrance to start lining up. So part of the reason that we tried so hard to get the tickets through the Co-op Culture website is because if you want to use something like Get Your Guide or Viator, then you're going to be paying a huge markup, especially because we forgot about it. Some of the last minute tours, not even including like an arena entrance, were upwards of like €150 per person. Whereas when we finally got these, it was €25 per person. So we're pretty happy about that. And like I said earlier, we're using the Rick Steves guide, so I think it's going to be just fine. So I was feeling a bit disappointed that we weren't going to be able to do the underground tour because those tickets just were not becoming available. And if you went through a third party, they were going to be about €300 per person. I then noticed that you can also do a nighttime tour, which just includes a tour of the arena and the underground at night after dark. So it doesn't have the general admission to just wander around. So I worked on refreshing that for a couple of days on the website and actually did manage to get a couple of tickets. So we're actually coming back here again tomorrow for an 8-10 p.m. time for a tour of the underground at night, which I think is going to be pretty awesome. So they ask you to arrive 15 minutes early. We came a few minutes earlier than that, and we were asked to wait 5 more minutes before coming back to try and enter. And we are definitely not the only ones, as people are constantly being turned away. However, at the same time, there's no line. You just walk right up, and when it is your time to go in, they just look at your tickets and let you right in. An important thing to remember is there are 2 different entrances. There's one line that's for groups, and it seems insanely long. So if you're just going in on an individual ticket and the line is incredibly long, you're probably in the wrong line. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if it ever does get really crazy here. But yeah, the individual entrance is after the group entrance once you exit the metro.
Many of the holes or pockmarks on the walls are from looters removing the iron clamps that used to secure the bricks together. Originally named the Flavian Amphitheater, it was nicknamed the Colosseum because of a 100-foot tall statue of Nero that used to stand next to it, called the Colossus of Nero.
we were those people that somehow missed the lineup to go to the arena, and we ended up doing the whole Colosseum, thinking we could just go back after. They made us leave and then go back in again, so there's a lot of radioing to let us back in, but we did it because it's worth it. I just think it'll be interesting to see the difference between what it looks like right now during the day and what it's going to look like at night tomorrow night when we come back. Pretty cool to actually get to come down and see it from the floor, because you do just get that different perspective. Everything seems so much taller, and getting to kind of peek down into the underground from above, even though we haven't gone down to see it yet, it's just really neat to be able to see that bird's eye view.
After our visit to the Colosseum, we had to hightail it to the electric bike tour we had pre-booked for that evening. In retrospect, we probably did try to cram too much into our first day, but e-bike tours are one of our favorite ways to get to know a new city. We took the Rome City bike tour run by Top Bike Rentals. This was a 4-hour tour visiting 12 sites spread out across the city and cost €75 per person. We were really glad that we had already seen the Trevi fountain because around 6 p.m. it was absolute chaos.
We've just made a stop on our tour at a nice garden, and everyone grabbed a coffee and just kind of relaxed for a little bit. And now we're going to hop back on the bikes and see what's next. So you can see the little fountain behind me, and it's actually water coming from an aqueduct. And what we've learned today is that most people are actually drinking out of it incorrectly. Most people will come and they'll cup the water in their hands and then bring it to their mouth to drink, where you're really supposed to plug the bottom with your hand and then water shoots out like a little fountain, and you can drink it that way. It's supposed to be a little less wet for you, though I still got kind of soaked. You can also just use it to fill your water bottle, and as long as it doesn't have a sign that says non-potable, then you can drink from it. So we're almost finished the tour now. We're just up at an overlook seeing the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill and something else.
I don't know.
Oh, and something else. And then we're back to
Eating.
And then we're back to eating. And then we're back to the bike rental place to drop off the bikes and then go find something to eat because I am starving. What do you want to get?
Pizza.
Dave wants pizza. I really want pasta. And then after that, it's bedtime. Shower, then bed.
Maybe. We'll see.
Let's see if Dave makes it. If I shower first, there's no way.
Not obviously.
In our next video, we spend our second day in Rome checking out the inside of the Pantheon, wandering through the Roman Forum, and taking a nighttime tour of the Colosseum underground. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
When you're ready. I don't know, I feel like I can't do it.